Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Spray Paint back at you with another video. The other half of It's Time for That Coach for the Street podcast, man. So this video here is about Tay Savage confronting 16shotem visual online. Now, this all stemmed from 051, Kiddo, and Tay Savage throwing jabs at each other, and they've been throwing jabs at each other since they've been home. Because we all know, according to these Chicago streets, that these boys is oppositions of each other. But it's a lot of instigating going on, far as, you know, a lot of interviewers asking 051 Kiddo questions that's regarding to the streets. But here's the thing. Them two was dissing each other on their IG lives, you know what I mean? They wasn't on interviews really talking about each other, because soon as they ask an interview asked by one or the other, they'll say, you know, they'll switch the subject. Like 051 Kiddo was saying no comment on one of the interviews when he was asked about Tay Savage, because, you know, they've been comparing him to 051 Melly and King Von as far as the work that he done put in the streets out there in Chicago. But I get what he was saying. Tay Savage confronted 16shotem like, bro, why did you put that on my name? Like, why did you throw smut on my name? Me and you supposed to be better than that. You know what I mean? Because Tay Savage, I think he done did a couple interviews with 16shotem. They even got pictures together. I think it was his first interview since he been home. But not to get off subject, the thing is, the worst thing you can call a man is a rat, or call him a gay person, especially if it's not true. And Tay Savage, you know, from what I get from bro, is like he's trying to transition from his past and get on his dean. I've been seeing more positivity out of him than the negative that they be bringing up on his past. Like, I see he praying with his Muslim brothers. You know, a lot of people try to slander the man for trying to change as a black man, and I don't see why. It's nothing wrong with changing your life and try to move correct. But at the same time, with these two cliques, with Young Money and the Old Block and Welch World, all that, it's blood on the ground. And we know in them Chicago streets, you know what I mean, you can't act like the ops gonna forget about what happened or what occurred just because you chose to join a religion. Chicago just on that type of time, you know, they on that murder game time. But I don't think 16shotem was scared or whatever. Honestly, like he said, he was just doing his job. You feel me? He was doing his job, and the reason why 051 Kiddo called him that is because, you know, when Kiddo came home and everybody seen who his significant other was in the video, you know, they took jabs at her. And, you know, he called, you know, Tay Savage called his girl a linebacker. So, you know, he just fought fire with fire. He called him a rat, even though we haven't seen any paperwork or whatever. But that's one thing that for sure would get up under a street cat skin, especially a guy that stands on morals and principles. And, you know, you went to prison and stood on 10 like a real G. And then when you get out, all of a sudden, somebody throw a rat emoji in the title. Now, I don't know if 16shotem wouldn't change the title around, but according to the comments, they said he did. But I wouldn't throw no rat emoji inside the title if I ain't see no black and white. That's just crazy. But for the most part, I don't think 16shotem was scared or whatever. He was just asking them like, bro, why you getting so hostile? But at the same time, 16, who wouldn't get hostile if you mess around and call somebody a rat and it ain't true? Especially a dude that's you know, carrying himself like a real street guy, even though he's not in the streets no more. But at the time when he was, you know what I mean, nobody came through publicly, or nobody went on IG, nobody showed any paperwork showing no transcript with this man's name in it. So he has the right to be mad, but I give it to Tay Savage. You can tell he took some anger management classes or some any kind of recovery classes before he went back on the streets, because he didn't get mad and started yelling. He grabbed the ink pen and just went to tapping on the table, trying to calm down. That's a real anger management move. That's what it takes to calm yourself down. That's called soothing. You feel me? But for the most part, 16shotem just gotta be more careful out there in Chicago, because that ain't the place really to be getting in between, two rivals beef, because it's too much blood on the ground. And they killed dudes that, what's his name, Zach TV, allegedly he lost his life in them Chicago streets. So interviewers gotta be mindful that's out there in Chicago, that's insinuating a lot of things that's going on between the two cliques, because who knows, the opposition could be mad and ended up coming to where you do your interviews at, and it can all go bad, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. The other half of it's time for that Culture for the Street podcast. I'm gone.